Yeah, I was going to studios with my dad when I was a kid and watching him record stuff because he always wrote and tried to do stuff with his own music too, and he had some songs do pretty well. Nothing that got to that level, but I was always in the studio with him, and probably about the age of 13 or 14 is when I decided to pick up a guitar. I played tennis; they were the same shape. It just made sense. And so I started playing music, but I started writing right away. It never occurred to me to play other people's songs because my dad was a songwriter, and so when I picked it up, it was just like, okay, what can I write? So I started writing songs at like 13, 14 years old.
Left my home so young and strong, so damn smart, so damn wrong. Christ within me, Christ within me, of all the blessings he'd bestown. 6 months in, I'm half past gone, broke and homeless, drunk and stoned. New York City chewed and spit me like a dog's old gnawed up bone. Somehow I got myself up and sold off all that dough, picked up my impounded pickup truck, filled my tank up for some back roads without stops, and prayed to God the rivers don't rise up. Now I'm heading south on something in the night to God knows where. Heading south on something I don't even care. As long as there is farmland and fear hangs in the air, there's mountains of forgiveness and a cross I have to bear. Took the shoulder for the road, his memories flooded through my soul. Pride within me, pride could kill me if come to Jesus meant come home. There's a route from 119 to 58 in Bristol, it turns 421. No one holds you like your mother used to do, and Daddy's always cooking something up. But I'm just heading south on something in the night to God knows where. Heading south on something I don't even care. As long as there is farmland and fear hangs in the air, there's mountains of forgiveness and a cross I have to bear. Think I'm worried that at home I just might find that what I try to leave can't be left behind. I'm searching every place on earth to lay some blame, 'cause searching deep inside brings too much pain. That's why I'm heading south on something in the night to God knows where. Heading south on something I don't even care. As long as there is farmland, fear hangs in the air. It's mountains of forgiveness and a cross. A cross I have to bear.
But yeah, I think it's going to be a really good album. It's something that it's great. I mean, to me, there's nothing better than writing a song. I love playing music for people. I didn't 10 years ago. I love it now. But there's nothing better for me than writing a song. I'm in my basement. Nobody knows. I feel good about it, and that's the best feeling I get. That's what drives me.
Gotta blame myself, 'cause there's no one else left. I find it so hard these days to forget. Let's forget. And I've stayed up all night long, relive everything I've done wrong. I've stayed up all night long, and I wonder, should I even go on? Can I even go on? But I got better angels watching over me tonight. I got better angels hold me just right. No more second chances slipping through my arms this time. I got better angels. We're gonna be alright. Yeah, we are now. And when that darkest hour falls, you're not the first I've heard. You won't be the last to know. And all those mistakes I make, I learn. I keep moving on. I'm not on my own. Oh, I got better angels watching over me tonight. I got better angels hold me just right. No more second chances slipping through my arms this time. I got better angels. We're gonna be alright. Better angels
and I just I kept going through different phases, different artists that I would like influenced me, and it's all a matter of finding your voice, finding yourself. I think it took me the better part of 3 decades, but I think I finally did it.
Well, the months roll by with every moon, and I'm hoping we will all be home soon. 100 days on an open sea, it's just about enough to kill you and me. I'm writing now the words I love you. I put it in a letter, but a letter won't go. There's no mail off of this here boat. Pony Express sends its regrets, but that dang pony don't wanna get wet. I put it to some music and I sing it to the moon. It goes on and on. It's a never-ending song. The waves play rhythm on my bow, and the wind, it whistles dust to dawn. And I sing the words I love you, and this song goes on and on. Oh, well, the year was 1849. 3 months in it, we'd lost our minds. We left the captain on the fair shoreline of Santa Catarina, 'cause we thought he lied. He said the fortune's only in our minds. Well, the winds were heavy and the tides were tough. The stretch from Calais was mighty rough. Well, it might have been the whiskey, it might have been the wine. The captain's words finally found my mind. He meant the true gold was the world we'd left behind. It goes on and on. It's a never-ending song. The waves play rhythm on my bow, and the wind, it whistles dust to dawn. I sing the words I love you, and this song goes on and on. I miss my children and I miss my wife. Pray to God I don't lose my life. We might just make it to the shore someday. There might be as much gold as they say, but I know it don't matter anyway. There'll always be another fortune down the line. Another ship, another crew, another gold mine. We'll take the earth and we'll take the sky. We'll take the moon in our own sweet time. No, this quest don't end in 1849. It goes on and on. It's a never-ending song. The waves play rhythm on my bow, and the wind, it whistles dust to dawn. I'll sing those words I love you, 'cause the song goes on and on. The song goes on and on. The song goes on and on.
That, well, you know, I went through a little phase there where I just played mostly bluegrass stuff, you know, like that kind of stuff. But I always fell back to those old timey tunes. And then, you know, all three of these guys, some form or fashion, we'd got in a jam session somewhere over the years, and so it all worked out good that I got to team up with them, and I'm having a lot of fun. And And I think all three of them's real pretty and all that kind of stuff. That helps a lot.
That's your real reason behind it, isn't it? Yeah, it's the physical attraction. I get it.
Here it is.
So, the name Gap Civil is actually the original name for the area of Sparta, where Sparta is, our town. And the story goes, we've asked different ones about this, but as the story goes, there's a little community outside of Sparta called Twin Oaks, and that was kind of the happening place way back in the day, back in the 1800s. And there was a hotel, there was a bar, there was a trading store and whatnot. One night there was a little bit too much drinking going on, and there was a big brawl that broke out in front of this bar. And someone, not sure who, but someone stepped up on a stump and said, "This Gap will be civil," trying to break up that brawl. So the name kind of stuck. And today, if you vote in the Sparta area, you're voting in the Gap Civil Township, so it's still being used.
I can't understand a word you're saying. We've got a bad connection on our minds. Communication's one thing we never could find. Lord, I'm sorry, there's trouble on the line. Oh, I'm sorry, there's trouble on the line. There's trouble on the line between your heart and mine. Lord, I'm sorry, but we're not getting through. head is static when you're talking. You say my line is out of order all the time. We've nothing left in common. Your thoughts are not like mine. Lord, I'm sorry, there's trouble on the line. Oh, I'm sorry, there's trouble on the line. The storm keeps getting closer. We might as well quit trying. Lord, I'm sorry, there's trouble on the line. Oh, I'm sorry, there's trouble on the line.
I got a stepfather that I was real lucky to have, and he was a great bluegrass guitarist, and so that really got my mind working in that direction, and he was just a wonderful person. And when I went off to college, I was lucky enough to meet who has become just a lifelong friend and a wonderful person from right around here, just right up the road, and her name is Trish Four, Trish Kilby as she grew up. And so Trish and I just became very close friends in college, and she kind of took me under her wing musically, and we would go visit a lot of old fiddlers and old musicians in the area and go to a lot of jams. And so I was getting a degree at App State, but I was getting a real education from Trish Four.
I got me a room in a cheap hotel. My head was spinning and I didn't feel well. I laid right down and tried to go to sleep, but the band kept a playing in a joint underneath. I picked up my pillow and I covered up my head, and the band kept a playing and a shaking my bed. Honky tonk all night long, honky tonk, the same old song. Honky tonk, my money's all gone. Honky tonk, she done me wrong. I turned and I tossed and I couldn't go to sleep, and the band kept playing with a honky tonk beat. Woo! So blue, my baby's gone. She took all my money and she left me all alone. I'm trying to forget her, but I don't know what to do. The honky-tonk beat keeps a-leaking through. I picked up my pillow and I covered up my head, and the band kept playing and a-shaking my bed. Honky-tonk all night long, honky-tonk, the same old song. Honky-tonk, my money's all gone. Honky tonk, she done me wrong. I turned and I tossed and I couldn't go to sleep, and the band kept a playing with a honky tonk beat. Honky tonk all night long, honky tonk, the same old song. Honky tonk, my money's all gone. Honky tonk, she done me wrong. I turned and I tossed and I couldn't go to sleep, and the band kept a playing with a honky tonk beat.